ever been out on your daily excursion when all of a sudden you discover a very tightly taped package? You reach for your trusty pocket knife, only to realize you only have your wallet. Now there are some other barbaric ways to take a peek in this box, but what would the neighbors think about that? Welcome back to the shop. This is Brandt Build Stuff, and today I'm going to be forging a wallet knife. For this project, I'm starting with a piece of metal that I scrapped when forging my throwing knives. The design of this knife is going to be unlike any other knife I've made. It will be thin enough and short enough to fit into a card pocket in a wallet, but also including some elements that relate it back to the traditional blacksmith's knife. Once I drew out the material, I isolated the blade material from the handle material. I then forged the blade before tackling the handle. This approach of making the handle quickly failed due to the thin material which cracked when being drifted. So I started again, this time working on the handle first. I left a bit more material to work with this time and took short heats when drifting out the hole. It's more likely to crack at lower temperatures, so this should minimize the chance of it doing that. But once again the steel gave up on me just as I was doing the final shaping of the hole. This time I decided to go with a completely different approach. I wasn't sure if I could punch and drift the hole again without the same problems coming up. So I'm going to flatten out an area that is oversized for the handle, then drill it out when it's cold. I really wanted to try and get a good forge to finish knife, but this option will turn out much better in the end, or at least save me the time of 10 more attempts. I almost had to scrap this knife as well because of a growing crack that was in the original starting material. Thankfully I could stretch the steel enough that I could deal with it after it was cold. I used a cold chisel to cut away the excess material, then ground it down to the final shape. I started to drill out the hole but quickly realized the steel was too hard for my drill bits. So I put the knife in my forge, brought it up to heat, and then annealed it by turning the forge off and letting the blade cool down super slow with the forge. Once it was cool, it was much easier to drill it out. I used files to finish shaping the inside of the hole. Now how would that scenario have ended if you had this nifty knife? Have you ever been out on your daily excursion when all of a sudden you discover a very tightly taped package? You reach for your trusty pocket knife only to realize you only have your wallet. Thankfully you have your wallet knife. This awesome knife makes short work of that tape and makes your neighbors proud. Now I know what you're all thinking. What is that weird little pocket for that's on every pair of jeans? After over a century of rumors and questioning, I can finally put this to rest. It's for the wallet knife, specifically designed for those who don't carry wallets. It was just put in place 150 years earlier than needed. Thanks for watching. See you next time.